Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today we are going to begin a series of 5 beers from Kyoto Brewing in Kyoto, Japan. And I recently received a package from them. I joined a bottle club, and the 5 beers that we're going to look at were part of that. And actually, there were two bottle clubs. One was called the Treasure Club, and the other was the Garden Den Club. And the one Garden Club was the kind of like the regular beers that have been released. The Treasure one was for special edition, very limited sort of beers. And so we're going to look at 5 beers from Kyoto Brewing. And Kyoto Brewing has been around for about 5 years. In fact, they had their 5th anniversary not too long ago. And they were started in Kyoto by 3 foreign residents of the city. And actually, a couple of them weren't quite residents there yet. But there were 3 friends who met in northern Japan. And they had been working with the JET program. I think it's Japan Education and Training or Teaching Program, I'm not sure. But they were all up in northern Japan and working, and they met there and stayed as friends, even though they went in different directions, and apparently had talked about the idea of starting a brewery as their next venture in Japan. 2 of them worked in Tokyo in finance, and one of them came to Kyoto to work in a university in Kyoto. And I knew him before I knew the other 2. And he was the one who became the head brewer. So we met him when he was basically a home brewer in Japan, working on his brewing skills. And we would meet occasionally, and he would give us his samples of his home brew and ask us to kind of evaluate them and enjoy them. He was a great home brewer. And he later studied in the U.S., studied brewing, and he did an internship at Lost Abbey in Southern California. And when he came back to Japan, he interned at one of the best breweries in the country, Shiga Kogen. And so he had all of that experience before they got going. And they started in 2015, and right away we're making great beers and really haven't looked back. It's one of the better breweries in Japan, if not the best in Japan now. And they are a brewery that, if you are interested in craft beer, you will certainly enjoy. Japanese craft beer, you really do have to try them. And if you visit Kyoto, if you're a beer lover, that's your #1 destination, is Kyoto Brewing Company. Okay, so 5 beers from Kyoto Brewing. We'll look at them in turn. All right, and now let's take a look at another beer from Kyoto Brewing. This is the 4th in the series. I have 5, and actually I have to say that the 5th one is going to have to wait. It's a very special, very limited beer, a Belgian red that was made with a heretic, and then they barreled some of that. And I'm saving that to drink with a friend who wasn't able to get a bottle of it. It's very, very limited, so I won't be doing that one. And so this will be the last of the Kyoto beers for a little while. And this one is called Yui, and it is a hybrid IPA. On Ratebeer, it's classified as a IPA, Belgian and Saison style. It is a hybrid of Belgian and American styles, and in the yeast is a blend of American ale and Belgian ale yeasts. It comes in at 6.5% and 34 international bittering units. And the malt bill is a Pilsner, Munich malt, and Crystal. The hops for bittering, they use Columbus, and for flavor and aroma, Loral, Denali, and an experimental hop which is called HBC 344. And the Munich malt and some of the roast crystal malt will give it the orange color that we'll see. And the Denali should add some pine and pineapple. The L'Oreal should give a kind of floral, citrusy note to it. And this HB344 experimental hop, they say puts off a kind of green apple or an overripe fruity sort of taste. Well, we will see. On Rate Beer, this one has exactly one rating, and that is at 3.7. On Untapped, it's got 31 at 3.9. So these are pretty high ratings, I think, overall. From the very beginning, Kyoto Brewing has done a lot of Belgian-inspired styles, and they have done Belgian IPAs before. But I think this is the first Belgian, the Saison with a blend of American ale and Belgian ale that they have made. I'm not sure, but I believe so. Very interesting, and I'm looking forward to this quite a bit. Okay, it is a nice, beautiful, rounded, sort of lightly orangish gold color with definitely a thick finger of foamy, kind of spongy head. Very clear, absolutely crystal clear. We can see completely through it. And let's take a look at it in the light. Okay, and you can see the carbonation, a little bit lazy, floating up there. And let's try the aroma now. Okay, right away I get something very kind of mixed Belgian and citrusy. And tropical, definitely. I get the light pineapple. So I think they were pretty much correct in their assessment of the Denali and the L'Oreal, giving it the floral, citrus, and kind of piney or pineapple. No, it's a beautiful, beautiful aroma. Okay, 6.5%, kind of medium heavy body for a Saison, a little bit heavy. But beautiful flavors on the tongue, lots of, I'm going to say stone fruit. Not quite getting the green apple. Maybe some apple, but definitely a lot of stone fruit. This is rich and very fruity, definitely. So the pineapple and the citrus notes really do come through. Absolutely delicious. This is astounding. Very good. So yeah, again, Kyoto Brewing has always been playing around with Belgian styles from the very beginning. And in their core series, they have Belgian inspired Saison, and they've made Belgian IPAs several times. And so this is absolutely a great addition to that. And I'm not sure, but I would say they probably could make this as a regular beer. If not a regular, perhaps revisit it, annually or something. This is really nice. Tasty as they come, really. Very pleasant. Again, this is called Kyoto Brewing UE. It's a hybrid IPA, Belgian and American yeasts blended together. 6.5% and 34 international bittering units. I recommend, if you live in Japan, you want to visit Kyoto Brewing's website and see what they have on offer for you. And if you are anywhere near Kyoto and you're interested in beer, this is your number one destination in Kyoto, and I would say in the Kansai region to visit for beer. Again, Kyoto Brewing, wonderful brewers, great guys, and the beer is second to none, really. Thanks for watching. I hope you're doing well. Hang in there, and we'll see you next time with a different selection of beers. Please subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. Okay? Bye-bye.